Hi, Virgo. Welcome to your November 2024 message. But of course, readings are always timeless. Sometimes they'll show up 3 months, 6 months, a year later on your news feed. So the message is what you need to hear when you see it. For those of you who are new to me, my name is Kelly Lunt. I'm a channel, a medium, and a law of attraction expert. I love helping you get happy right now. I love helping you take your next step, if you're stuck or blocked. And I also love helping you build a plan to enjoy the journey to get to where you want. I do go live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time with I channel general message from Spirit, and then I followed up with like free live mini reads. So if you're just looking for a little boost in life and a message from Spirit, come hang out in the mornings, Monday through Friday. So Virgo, without further ado, and if you're coming live, feel free to say hi. Virgo, without further ado, it looks like for the core theme of your month, like what you're growing through. Well, you want love. You want love. And you're recognizing that your approach has been off to love, that you need to be a little bit more like nurturing, kind, and caring, kind of. And it's kind of like you're recognizing that you do need to take the other person's point of view in. It looks like you've had to go through a process of like healing your heart. And while you were healing your heart, you're now kind of recognizing that there was a little bit of like defensiveness on your side, a little bit of pushing the other person away, a little bit of I need to protect myself. It's like you used to view relationships as like you versus me thing. So the other person you're starting to recognize like always kind of felt left out in the cold, um, never felt heard. So you're recognizing like how you're approaching dating and love and relationships needs to go through an overhaul. And it's kind of like it's one, I'm going to word it this way. It's one where they feel included in the plan. It's one where they're like included in on your thoughts. It's almost as if you were honestly like a little bit too busy with work to really give appropriate time to your love life. So there was a little bit of if they would just behave, if they would just line up, if they would just do things this way, it would be perfect and it could be good. But it looks like that just hasn't worked out for you because in terms of like the human, like the day to day of how that's playing out, you're just like a little tired of feeling left out in the cold. And it's almost as if like you're kind of learning that attracting in a new mate, even like a casual person, is a lot of work and effort. Um, and like I hate to word it this way. Sorry if you're a female or a male. You're probably not in your peak anymore. And there is a period of everyone's life where they have like whoa, this is the most amount of offers I've ever gotten. And you're just like not there anymore. And it's recognizing that it's a lot of your resources, time, energy, money, all of them, like even your time, even your energy that it takes to go on the first date, that it takes to like, even if you're just going for something casual, just to get them comfortable enough to do the casual thing with you. So it's kind of like wait a second, why I'm tired of being left out in the cold and I don't want to like put in all this effort to only hang out with them once. I don't want to put in all this effort to hang out with them once. Like it's not, you're starting to realize like it's not like casual game isn't worth it. Not that it's not worth it, it's that you don't want it anymore. Because it looks like in your recent past, I'm going to say you very likely had a reconnection, a reunion with someone that you like thought could have definitely gone the distance with you, Virgo. But it looks like right now you're kind of like, it's over. And you're like accepting that. Not really accepting it. You're just like, oh shoot, I think I played with their heart too many times. But when you were doing it, you didn't think you were playing with their heart. So this isn't like a you're the bad person type of read. It's you had to heal your heart, and in order to heal your heart, you had to protect yourself. And it's just you now. So the actions you took at the time were the best ones that you thought were possible for like you and the other person, the longevity of the relationship. And you were like, the person's just wrong. They don't get it. They don't understand it. They're not accepting my leadership. They should. I have these degrees, or it's kind of like they should respect me. But now that you're like done with your healing journey, you're kind of like, why did they react that way? And so that introspection is a starting you to realize like, oh, they feel left out of the cold. They like you're starting to see the other person's point of view while you were in your healing phase, and it's like just not good. And you recognize that it's not conducive to a long-term relationship. Um, so going into the near future, we got the Ace of Birds. So it's almost as if you're not rushing into like dating someone new, casual or long term. You're not gonna rush into it. It's like you're waiting for that like mental clarity, perhaps that aha moment. You're like, nope, I want a sharp mind. I kind of want like a clear plan. I want it now that I realize like what I was doing wasn't helpful to get what I wanted. I kind of want to start seeing how can I be approaching this in a way that will be helpful for me to get what I want. So you're waiting for that clarity, that mental breakthrough before you proceed. Do you have any advice for them? Wow, it's recognizing that being in a long-term committed relationship, Virgo, is like your next personal growth. For the spiritual people, well, if you're watching a tarot reading, you're probably spiritual. It's your next like big personal step in life, and you're kind of recognizing how much of your day-to-day anxiety will be reduced if you were in a stable long-term relationship. And honestly, Virgo, I think your best partner probably is someone who's at least spiritual oriented or inclined. And just know that like their soft, nurturing energy, I don't want to say nurturing, but their softer energy, their softer approach to life is really going to balance out your more straightforward. I don't want to use the word aggressive, but you're like your go-getter, like, let's go get this done. It's kind of like their energy will really balance you out so that you kind of just allow success to come easier. And they're just going to really soothe your mind when you're with them. So I guess it's worth it. In terms of your personal power this month, well, don't give up. You've definitely been avoiding the inner growth to make love successful in your life for a very long time, Virgo. It's kind of like a don't give up. Recognize that it's going to get easier. Like each time you have one of those epiphanies where it's like, oh, it was me. Those are painful, right? It can be painful. No one likes to recognize, oh, I was you know, that Reddit. Am I the asshole? Um, but it's kind of like just keep the strength, keep the determination. Um, and it's like knowing that you can get through this. And like what I'm getting for you is that think back to your career success that you've gotten. And it's like, okay, if I can get through that, I can certainly learn this. Like rely on your strength and your intellect. Because I do get that you're like a pretty smart individual, like IQ wise for sure. So recognize that if you were able to develop like your IQ and get as far along as you did in your career, you can certainly apply yourself to this area. And now that not as much of your brain space, your energy, your resources is going towards degrees, job titles, promotions, you're now going to have more time to put here, which might mean books, courses, which might mean you can probably call exes and be like, hey, can I get your opinion on this? Or maybe we'll lead to rekindling too. You never know, Virgo. So it's knowing that now that you have more of your time to go there, it's going to become easier for you. In terms of outside influences for you, well, outside influences for you, people want you to have love. You, the universe, everyone, they want you to have love. In terms of your hopes or fears, well, there's a little bit of a fear of you might not be able to like mend fences or make peace with a past lover. Um, but your hope is that love is going to be just more peaceful, fulfilling, and more steady and more consistent. And I can tell you, like at the end of the month, you are going to find your path. You are going to have at the end of the month, Virgo, you're definitely going to be like, all right, I've learned stuff I needed to learn. I can proceed forward, and I know I could attract in uh, the love of my life now, my life partner. So overall, don't be too hard on yourself. Go through the epiphanies, go through the growth. You're going to feel confident by the end of this month to like reapproach love. So good luck, Virgo. I hope that helped. If you want a personal private session, personal reading, the link for that is in the description. I also am going live at Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time for free. I start off with a general channeled message for the collective, and then I go into free mini reads for 30 minutes. Sometimes there's too many people there, but if you 100% want your reading after 30 minutes, I allow for super chat. That way, if you're like, I need my answer, I'm not waiting in line. So come hang out, get a high vibe, and hear what you need to hear from Spirit. All right, have a good day, guys. Bye.